before. By the time they were taken to another paddock, yes, that paddock is that compartment, that part of a farm which is enclosed. Most of the time, the paddock is enclosed in barbed wire, sometimes in wood. Okay, someone fixes a paddock, wood plus wood plus wood plus wood plus wood plus wood, round and round, and that part which is enclosed is a paddock. Then he keeps his animals there to graze there. Maybe he keeps their cows. Probably he puts there his sheep. Maybe which other animal grazes? John? Goats. That is a paddock. So, Alinda, those cows dash all the grass, all the pasture. By the time they were taken to another paddock, those cows, good, had eaten. Thank you. Those cows had eaten all the grass. By the time they were taken to another paddock, they had eaten. So, was the grass there, Alinda? No, it wasn't, because they had already eaten it, and they had already grazed, and it was in their stomachs. Someone told me that cows have 2 stomachs, okay, because they are ruminants. Yes, you know all that because you studied science. I did not study much science. You can ask some people, and they explain it to you. So Alinda has said those cows had eaten. Good, had eaten. Spell eaten, Alinda. E-A-T-E-N. Thank you. Those cows had eaten the grass. So eating the grass, the cows eating the grass happened first. By the time they were taken, then being taken to another paddock, not padlock, to another paddock is another event. So 2 events, one happening before the other and one after the other. Okay, number 2, we have the verb pay, P-A-Y, to pay. You're going to see it on another page, but I've begun it here, okay? Pay, P-A-Y. The farmer dashed for the vaccine for his animals by April last year. By April last year. The farmer, yes, Muhammad, handle this one before we go. The verb is pay. The farmer had paid, thank you. The farmer had paid. Spell the word paid. Had is already written for you. Paid, yes. P-A-Y. Nice boy. The farmer had, I've myself made a mistake writing paid. Okay. Spell the word paid. P-A-I-D. Good. The word paid is P-A-I-D. Okay, the farmer had paid. Okay, the farmer had paid, meaning had already paid. The farmer had paid for the vaccine for his animals by April last year. So that means before April last year, he had already paid. Maybe he had paid it in March, maybe in February, perhaps in January before. So he had paid. The farmer had paid the vaccine for his animals by April last year. He had paid. So pay becomes paid. He had paid. There is no Y in the word paid. So don't write P-A-Y-E-D. It's not in English. Had paid. P-A-I-D. Okay, number 3, the word is break. The word is break. B-R-E-A-K. Just like we said, something broke down. The car broke down. We don't say the car died. Our car does not die. You see, something to die must be something with life. Some people may say, now a car has life. What life has a car? Can it breathe in? Maybe someone can say it breathes in oxygen, and then petrol or diesel, and then breathes out through the exhaust fume. But that's not a living thing. So it does not breathe in and out. But the one who fixed a motor car, an engine, thought about a human being, taking in and then pushing out, breathing in and breathing out. So break. The donkey dashed its leg when we arrived. Who's ready to handle this one? Yes, Emma Papa? The donkey dashed its leg when we arrived. The donkey had, good. The donkey had broken. Thank you. The donkey had broken. Unfortunate. The donkey had broken its leg when we arrived. Two actions. The donkey breaking its leg, then we arriving. So two actions, two events happened. So we arriving happened later to find the donkey having broken its leg. Sorry, maybe it was limping, walking very unevenly, about to fall because the leg was broken. Sorry, Mr. Donkey, but I think the veterinary surgeon is there to take care of you, and your needs will be taken care of. Yes, set. To set. To set is to put right, to put into order. You set a table, you lay a table, you set it, you organize it so that it's going to look nice for breakfast, for lunch, for supper. Maybe you're setting the table for a meeting. Don't you worry. Prepare it, get it ready so that people can have their meeting. Okay, maybe set it because maybe you want to iron a shirt. I don't know. Maybe you want to do something. Maybe you want to write some work. So you remove all the rest of the things that are not necessary and you are planning it, preparing it. So you're setting. So setting is TTING. But yesterday you set. He has set, he had set. I've got the point. Got the point? He had set. I had set the table when you came. I had set it. The hunters had just dashed their traps when the game rangers saw them. Oh, so the hunters were there setting. So when they thought they had finished and stood up, the game rangers saw them. Maybe the game rangers were using binoculars and they were searching around, looking around. And then they sighted them. They saw them, S-I-T-E-D. They sighted them. So, oh, here they are. And then they came walking carefully, stalking them, following them very carefully with their guns, armed. And no sooner had these poachers stood up, no sooner had they stood up than the game rangers told them, hands up, hands up. And then the poachers put up their hands. Drop your weapons. Maki, we don't say weapons, we say weapons. Drop your weapons. Then they dropped their pangas, they dropped their bows and arrows, and maybe one had a gun. He dropped a gun. Move a step backwards. Then they had to move a step backwards. Another step backwards. And they were captured. Amen? Amen. So the poachers were captured. So the hunters had just dashed. Who is giving us this one? Ibrahim? Good. Had just set. So the word set does not change. Had just set. Had just organized. Had just set their traps when the game rangers saw them. Had set. Game rangers saw them. Seeing them was the second occurrence, the second event. Rise, rise, rising, risen, rose. Rise, rising, risen, rose. Rise, rising, risen, it had risen, it has risen, it rose. The sun dashed when the game rangers set off for the forest. To set off here means to start. You start a journey for the forest. You move out. So the sun dashed when the game rangers set off for the forest, started their journey to the forest. Who's ready to handle this one? Jennifer? Had risen. Good. The sun had risen. Had risen. Don't say had risen. Okay. The sun had risen. The sun had risen. So when the game rangers set off for the forest, they wanted to go to the forest maybe to catch the poachers. But the sun had already risen. It rose before. It rose before them. setting off before them beginning the journey to go to the forest. Okay, so had risen. Dry. The word is dry. Who's handling this one? Yes, Daniel? Dry. That all the grass dash up due to drought by the time the wet season began. Yes, when the wet season began, the grass had already dried up. I'm already giving Daniel. Yes, all the grass had dried up. Or the grass had dried up. Okay, or the grass had dried up due to drought because of the long dry season. That one becomes a drought. The lengthy dry season is called a drought. Or the grass had dried up due to drought by the time the wet season began. So the animals must have been suffering, looking for the grass to eat, the grass to graze. They were suffering. Oh, poor animals. And sometimes people decide to set the grass on fire. They set bush fires because they want the grass to be burnt, and then new grass starts growing again. That's what those people do. But it's not very good practice because they want new grass to come, which is soft for the animals. They burn the dry grass. It's not a very good practice. But all the grass had dried up due to drought, had dried up